Hello, this is Yaakov Kronenberg from Jerusalem, and tonight we'll be doing another class in our series of classes on Leo ascendant and the ruling planet, the sun, in the different signs. Tonight we're going to be talking about the sun in Sagittarius, which of course is a very interesting combination. When you have the sun in Sagittarius and Leo ascendant, so then you have a situation where both are in fire signs. So it's going to be a very powerful chart, very fiery, very enthusiastic type of person. A very strong fifth house connection, because Leo in the horoscope of Adam and Eve, it naturally rules the fifth house, the house of children and romance and speculations and sport. And with the sun in Sagittarius, that means the ruler is also going to be in the fifth. So there's going to be a tremendous interest in fifth house affairs. Also children being the most important of the fifth house. I always talk about it, that there's like, see, when you have a relationship, if you look in the horoscope in the archetypal horoscope, you have the first and the seventh house are in opposition. The man, the husband and wife are in opposition to each other. And an opposition is good if there's something that connects them in a positive way. And in astrology, there's two main things that connect them in a positive way. One is Derek, the fifth house, which will be a trine to the ascendant and a sextile to the seventh house. And the other is the ninth house, which connects them a trine to the first and a sextile to the seventh. So the fifth house is children. One thing that attaches a couple is having children. That tends to lengthen the marriage. It strengthens the marriage because they have a common purpose to raise the children. And the other thing that helps a marriage is the ninth house, that they have common goals, common beliefs, common causes to work for. And that also strengthens it. So on one hand, that's why marriage is so weak today, because there's no binding, because the world is not producing many children today, and the belief system is sort of coming down. So there's no common goals, there's no common structure, no common beliefs that hold things together. There's no glue. And so in a horoscope like this, where you have the both of them, that's such a strong fifth house, that's considered good, because the fifth house is considered an excellent house. The house of children, the house of love, romance, sport, the theatrics, theater. It rules all those different areas of life. And so a person who has this combination is going to be tremendously interested in all these things. And having everything in fire is nice, having the ruler and the ascendant in fire. It's going to give a tremendous enthusiasm for life, a tremendous optimism. The sun in Sagittarius is very, very adventurous, right? Being in the fifth house, being in the sign of Sagittarius, the adventurer. It's really a nice combination. I want to take a look at our chart tonight a little bit. Famous actress, her name is Katie Holmes. And again, I don't know a whole lot about her, but I'm looking at her chart here, and she's a Leo rising. This is an interesting chart, very, very. She has the Leo rising with the sun in Sagittarius. And that's, of course, a nice combination. Like we said, in her chart, so it being in the fifth, remember that it's going to make an interest in the theater. And, well, Leo always wants to be a center of attention. You have to remember the Leo ascendant wants to be the center of attention. And so she, from her early age, wanted to be a model and an actress and all of these things because she wanted to be, front and center. And you look at her chart again, the very strong first house. She has Jupiter and the moon there in Leo. So it becomes a very, very powerful ascendant there, having those are two excellent planets there. And so it makes her tremendously likable. When you have Jupiter on the ascendant, and Jupiter, it makes her tremendously likable, and it's attached to the moon also, which adds to likability, that she has good instincts, she has a good-natured person. And it adds a religious element. Jupiter, again, is the planet of religion, so being on the first, she's very involved in religion, right? She was raised in a strictly religious type of home, and then I think she converted to get married. She converted to Scientology, and then she went back to being religious again. And so you see that with that Jupiter there in the first house, connected to the ascendant and the moon. And she also has that Neptune very strong. She's going to... 3 planets in Sagittarius. So she has basically 2 planets in Leo and 3 planets in Sagittarius. So tremendous amount of firepower. She's got 2, 4, 5, 6... 7, 8, 9 points in fire in her horoscope. It's tremendously fiery horoscope. And it has no water, of course. There's no water, which can cause complications. It's not so easy for a woman, a horoscope with no water. But she makes up for it by having the moon on the ascendant. She has the moon on the ascendant, which moon is the nature of water. So it adds water to her character. And she also has the sun conjunct Neptune, which is also watery. So there is some, especially the moon on the ascendant is going to modify that chart. It makes up for some of the missing water. Oh wait, I made a mistake. She does have a little water. She does have Venus and Uranus in Scorpio. Wow. She has the Venus in Scorpio, which makes her very very attractive, very she has it right on the 4th house cusp, which makes the Venus very, very powerful, connected to a career. It indicates the career in the arts and acting, and she has a tight connection with Uranus, which means she's going to have a lot of relationships and affairs and marriages. She must be married more than once, and she's been known for having a number of affairs along the way. And that Venus is also square to her ascendant and the moon, so it gives her a very prominent attractiveness, right? The Venus is a very good moon, right? Square to Venus and conjunct the Jupiter. So she's considered a nice person. And really it's a pretty good chart, interesting chart, and it's really the chart of an actress. You don't see a chart like this so often, right? The ruler of the 10th is Venus. Venus is conjunct mamash to Uranus, gives a magnetism and appeal, and makes it very, very popular. It's a pretty good chart. And I thank everybody for listening.